everyone, welcome back to another great episode of Raihana's Cuisines. Today we're going to get right to it. We're making Cajun rice. This Cajun rice recipe comes from my sister Zahida Merali from Dallas. I was there the last week of December and I had it the first day I was there and I absolutely loved it. So let's go ahead. I'm going to show you what our ingredients is and then we're going to get right to it and get started. So here we have a teaspoon of turmeric, about 6 to 7 pods of cardamom, a tablespoon of Cajun seasoning, which is optional. I've got a teaspoon of garam masala. I've got about 6 to 7 cloves, and I've got a teaspoon of black pepper. And then we've got 2 red dry chili peppers that are optional. I also have cinnamon here, and I did forget an ingredient which I'm going to use here is the garlic chili peppers or garlic chili sauce. And then we're going to do about 2 tablespoons of tomato paste, salt to taste, about a teaspoon of lemon pepper. Now, if you don't get lemon pepper where you are, I know it's only available in the US, don't sweat it. It's okay if you don't put it. You can just add a little bit of lemon or anything that's tart in it, and we already have black pepper, so you should be completely fine. I just love it. I'm addicted to it. And so I keep on using it. Here I have about 2 cups of ground beef that is already cooked. Now, if you want to know how I do my ground beef, I do have a video of that on YouTube that you can refer to. Now this we will have to gauge. If I need more, I have more on hand. I also wanted to show you here that I usually make my ground beef. I do about 25 to 30 pounds at a time. Once they're done, it's cooled down, I usually put them in freezer bags and then I freeze it. So there are days when I'm not well, or there are days when you just don't feel like cooking or you have got too much to do. I've got ground beef in my freezer. I can make samosas, I can make my mom's spaghetti bake, I can make so many different things with the ground beef that's already cooked. So it's just a great thing to have in the freezer. We're going to use about 2 tablespoons of olive oil. Here I have about, well, I had 4 large potatoes, which I just pan fried. And then the kids came back from school and they've been picking on it. So I think it's about, I would say 3 large potatoes that are in just 1/2 inch cubes, and you just want to pan fry them. So you can just, you know, reduce the amount of oil that you're going to use. And then we're also going to be using about 1 cup to 1.5 cups of the crispy, already fried onions. You don't have to buy this brand. I just have this brand. But in this rice, I asked her if we could make, if I can just fry onions and put it in there. And she said no. She said it changes the taste of it. And so she said just use the ready-made fried onions. I also have here rice. And this rice is already cooked. The best thing about it is in this recipe you want to use 1 or 2 day old rice. So we'll see how much we will put in there. We should be good between 4 to 6 cups of rice. So when you're making this, you'll have to gauge how much. If you want more ground beef in it, add more ground beef in it. And also depends on how many people you're making for. I'm actually making it for 5 people in our house today, and then we're gonna have leftovers tomorrow. Plus, I'm gonna be sending this to 3 college boys. So I'm probably gonna make about 6 cups, but that just will depend on how much you are going to be making. Now, I'm also going to be showing you how we're going to add a barbecue smoked flavor to this rice. And what I'll do is I just have to put this on the stove on low while we're cooking it. When it's done, we'll put this in the rice, add a little bit of oil in it. Not olive oil, maybe canola or vegetable oil will do. And then I'll show you how we're gonna cover it up and make a smoked flavor without using a smoker. So let's get started. Zaitun tel or olive oil. Cinnamon, taj, dry red peppers, besuke la marcha, cloves, के लविंग, elchi, aki elchi or cardamom pods, two tablespoons के 2 tablespoons tomato paste, so you see that I put the tomato paste in here, and I'm just gonna let this cook until the raw tomato paste flavor has come out from the tomato paste. When we have a tomato paste that is used straight out from the can and not cooked, it kind of leaves a flavor behind, and I don't like that, so I like to cook it up. And this was the chili sauce that I was telling you. We're just gonna do about 2 tablespoons of chili sauce. So now we're gonna go ahead and add our ground beef in there. So now you can see here that I've added my tomato paste, just cooking that up with the ground beef here. All right, now let's go ahead and add salt or nimak, pepper ke mari, lemon pepper, garam masala, Cajun seasoning, turmeric or harda. Suki dongri or fried onions, batata kanto potatoes, jokha or rice, mix, I've just added all the stuff in, and I honestly feel that I need about, I feel like there's a lot of ground beef. You can have it this way, very much so, you don't have to add more, but I think I'm gonna add 2 more cups in here, but that's totally up to you, totally up to you. And then you want to do a taste test just to make sure that, you know, your seasoning, your salt. So good. Now, because this rice is made a day before, I'm gonna go ahead and completely put my stove on low. I'm going to add about 1/4 of a cup of water. Just sprinkle some 1/4 of a cup of water in it. We'll close this up with the barbecue that or smoke that we're gonna give it. And then when it's time to eat, it's gonna be really nice and moist. So let me go ahead and add the water. 1/4 cup water, get 1/4 cup pani. So you can see here that our coal is really nice and dark, really nice and black. We're gonna put that on top of the foil. Tel or oil. Cover. You can see here that it just took a few, maybe a minute, and if you don't want to put that much smoke, just take it off. If you want a lot more smoke, again, let it be covered. Don't let that smoke disappear. You dispose of this really well because you can still see that there's smoke there. So I'm just gonna close it up and leave it, or put a little bit of water in it, and when it's completely cool, then I will dispose of it. So it's already smoked. I've added the water in there. The rice is getting really nice and soft, although it's still not really soft. So if you feel like you're at home and that you still want it softer, then go ahead and add just a little bit of water. Don't go ahead and add a lot of water because you can always add, you can't take out. So now I'm going to quickly do this taste test for you. I'm not gonna put it on a plate because this is for dinner. So I've got a little potato and a little bit of ground beef. I'm gonna try this for you and I'm gonna tell you exactly how it tastes. Zahida Merali, I think I nailed it. It is so flavorful. The potatoes that I use are the white organic, the white Green Giant Idaho potatoes, and they're so soft and so creamy. And then you've got the ground beef that already was seasoned before, and then we have all the other seasoning that we put in the rice. It's all coming together, and it's just a very delicious alternative to the everyday meals that we have. So give this a try. I can almost guarantee you that your kids will absolutely love this. I'm gonna leave this on the stove for another maybe 15-20 minutes. And I'm gonna let this, you know, slowly the rice to become soft. So thank you so much for joining me on this episode of Raihana's Cuisines. Hope you can join me here next time with another great video. Remember, if you make this dish, put a picture up either on Twitter, Facebook, or Instagram, and hashtag it Raihana's Cuisines, because I would love to see pictures. Any comments, just leave the comments below in the description, and I will get back to you within 2 to 2.5 weeks. I will get back to you on those comments. So I will see you soon with another video.